Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Certified Digital Tax Accountant Faidan Khalid, and in this video lesson I'm going to teach you UAE VAT returns in detail. Right ladies and gentlemen, first of all what we need to do is that we need to go to the VAT here and then log in client's credential and then VAT, and then we need to do file. Okay, so what I need to tell you is that we in UAE we file quarterly VAT returns. We don't file monthly VAT returns, but it doesn't mean that you cannot file monthly VAT returns. Why? Let me teach you why. Chat GPT, I need to tell you one thing, that what is the threshold? What is the threshold of UAE VAT returns monthly filing? So 150 million, turnover exceeds 150 million, then only you can file monthly. Otherwise you have to file quarterly. There is no annually, you have to file quarterly VAT returns. Understand? Is below 150 million dirhams, the business normally files on a quarterly basis. Understand? So that's why we file only on quarterly basis, because no one has sales of 150 dirhams. Understand? Exceeds 150 million. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the quarter from 1st July till 30th September. So this is the return due date of this month. 28th of this month means 28th October 2025 is the return due date. We have to file before that or on that date. Understand? So today is 22. Okay, several things you can do. You can you can put 0000 here, or what you can do is you can download the template which I already downloaded, or you can, and then you can upload full documents. Understand? So let me tell you that I have a template, VAT return template. So you can use this template for every quarterly VAT returns. Understand? Okay. So for example, this is for all. Understand? Let me minus this. Okay. So the standard rated supplies in Dubai, for example, this supplies in Dubai is 75,000 dirhams. Understand? Calculator. Pin to taskbar. Let's calculate 75,000, 5%, 3750. Okay. So 3750 is the VAT amount on these sales, and these are standard rated supplies. Let me tell you what are the difference between. I also want to tell you the difference between standard rated supplies, zero rated supplies, and exempt supplies in the UAE. Understand? Okay. So this, now we don't need to write anything zero because we have already supplies in Dubai. We don't have Ajman, Abu Dhabi 00, Fujairah, till Fujairah we have 0. Tax refund tourist scheme, it populates automatically on your portal. Got it? It also populates automatically on your portal. So let's talk about supplies subject to the reverse charge provisions. So zero rated supplies, for example, 20,000 is your zero rated supplies. Got it? And 0 is your exempt supplies. So total 20,000. Let me tell you, 10,000. So 10,000 supplies subject to the reverse charge provisions. On these 10,000, so we have to apply the VAT. 5%, 500. Understand? So 500 is the VAT of this supply. Now this supply is subject to the reverse charge if you on sales output. So you can, it's very easy. If you have a reverse charge, so you can in the amount. Understand? You can do this. You can ask back to this. So it will balance your expense input and output. Understand? It will balance your VAT liability. Okay. So exempt supply at 0, adjustment to goods imported into the UAE is 0. We don't need to. So total supplies is 1,05,000 dirhams. Our standard rate is 75,000. 10,000 supplies subject to the reverse charge provisions, and 20,000 zero rated supplies. That's why it doesn't have the VAT amount, because it has zero rated. So zero rated exempt supplies have zero VAT amount. But there is a difference between zero rated and exempt supplies. What is the difference? The difference is zero rated you can input. Understand? You can take back as input. Understand? So, but for exempt supplies, you cannot charge the input. Understand? So that's how. Okay. So for zero rated supplies here, we don't have column of VAT on expenses other than of this client. So what we need to do is that zero rated supplies we have 20,000. Okay. So an exempt supply we have 0. So standard rated expenses, for example, we have like 60,000. Understand? 60,000. If we pay to our vendors input VAT on expenses. That was VAT on sales, and now that is VAT on expenses. 60,000. We have 5%. 3,000 we have. Understand? So our total sales is 70,000 and 3,500 is VAT amount. But it's already here. So what we can do is 3,500 recoverable one of this VAT input, and then VAT input, and this is for VAT output, tax value of due tax for the period, 4250 of this from VAT output and 3,500 for VAT input. So the total liability I need to pay after from VAT output minus VAT input equals to total liability, whatever, refund or liability. If your output is greater than your VAT input, if your VAT output is greater than your VAT input, then you need to pay the liability to the FTA. If your VAT output is less than your VAT input, again I am telling you, if your VAT output is less than your VAT input, then you get a refund. Understand? So in this case, 750 is my liability I need to pay to the FTA government. Okay. It says no, I need to say no, because normally it's no. Okay. So you can say yes in this, but normally we choose no. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it. I have already saved it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload the fill template. The benefit of this template that I don't need to write 0, 0, 0, 0. Again, right? If there is a 0, automatically it populates 0 after uploading the template, right? So I didn't write this. 75,000 just sales. Now we are working on the portal. 75,000 we are already uploaded the template. 75,3750 00. That's a VAT amount on supplies, Dubai supplies. It's 0 because it auto populates, right? It populates automatically if there is anything. It populates automatically goods imported into the UAE from custom, right? We can see the details of during this quarter. So what we can do is, during this quarter, this is my imports. These are my imports. Understand? Okay. No, now the total has changed because in our Excel sheet it was different due to this. Because in Excel sheet you can't not write this. It populates automatically, as I told you. So now the total VAT output is 8054.67 dirhams, and total VAT input is the same, 500. So now what we can do, your liability has increased 4554.67 is your tax liability now due to your good imported into the UAE. Understand? So that's how what you can do is, this is your liability, tax liability. Next step, now what you can do is just declare that, and then you need to click submit. That's how you file the VAT returns in the UAE. It's very, very simple. I hope you understood the concept of VAT returns. I hope you understood the concept of standard rated supplies, the difference between standard rated, exempt supplies and zero rated supplies. Okay, standard rated are normal rated supplies in VAT dirhams, but in zero and exempt supplies we do not charge the VAT amount. Understand, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you got it right, understood correctly. I will meet you in the next video. Take care and Allah Hafiz.